Air talk real quick. I'll help you make a move. Let me put your mic back on.
There we go.
Oh, okay, there you go. You're back on.
See, Heero, turn me off.
I mean,
He's censoring me,
because
me like
I get
YouTube.
confused with this stuff. I ain't gonna lie.
He censored me like YouTube, man.
I be censoring folks. You know, damn. I block people. I'm not gonna let you interfere with my livelihood. I'm not gonna let you interfere with my livelihood. Why? What for? You know how hard it is maintaining mental security in this world.
Yeah, but so we talked about Joe Biden and what he can do, but let's talk about how he's going to get it done. Because I don't know, can you pull up? I had the NBC feed up, but they cut it. Can we get the, let me see, the AP.
Send
what
it to me
got.
in chat. I mean, in Zoom.
All right. Ooh, if I can. Yeah, I'm just Googling the election map. It's the AP map, but what I'm looking at is the Senate.
I can pull up the AP map if you want.
Yeah, so the AP map. If you go into Google, if you go into Google and just type in election map, it'll pop it up. I'm waiting for it to show up on my side. It basically
they have not called Georgia yet.
Can you scroll up and can you just click the Senate tab?
Senate tab, sure.
Yeah, click the Senate tab. So it's got the Dems down 46 to the Republicans 48. But the other thing is the House. This is where it says the Dems are down 214. You need 218 for a majority. They had 236 seats when this election started. Now they're down to 214. And the Republicans are gaining it. NBC had it actually a lot tighter than that. They had the Senate 48 to 48 at the moment. And then they had the Dems down to 207 seats. So yeah. This is going to be a huge problem. Now everybody's excited about the presidency, but the president he's the commander in chief of the military.
But we saw Trump use executive orders to run this country.
But do you think
we agree on that? He opened the floodgates.
Do you think Joe Biden will rule with the same iron hand?
He will use the executive orders to remove the ones that Trump put in.
We already know that. But
I don't know if he has the balls to add to it.
If you don't think so, then that's a gross underestimation of this guy.
Once again, Republicans have proven something to me that I've already known about them. They're not easily bullied. And this is no other different. Hey, shout out to all the people that are on IG, but I'm ending the stream. Thank you guys for joining. You can always hit me up on YouTube.
Weakest group of human beings I've seen participate in the political process. I mean, where the hell? You see the Young Bucks coming up, but there's even a handful of them. Here's the thing that I'm noticing. These people, for whatever reason, just sat on the sidelines. Now, think about the party. The Dems really don't have anybody to run after, let's say Joe Biden has another term. But who are the Republicans going to push out front to run against this guy in 4 years?
Against Joe
Biden in 4 years. Name me one person.
Ivanka Trump
or Don Jr.
Yeah, he's not as cool as she is.
He's definitely not as good looking. So that's not gonna work. But I'm telling you, Ivanka Trump,
it would go with the motto. 30 new Republican women have been entered into the force.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that Trump should run again. Hey bro, like listen, if you're right, that would be interesting because if Trump ran again in 4 years,
it'd be another win for Joe.
It would be, and I don't think the Republicans would allow him to get the nomination. I don't think, but again, maybe they wouldn't have a say because there's nobody else that can actually run against him. So there's really nobody in that party. What that party needs is an influx of young minorities, and I don't think they're equipped to get them. I tell Hero all the time, for y'all, of those of y'all who don't listen to us very often, they flood my inbox every week. The Dallas Young Republicans. Hey, we got an event. Hey, can you come out to the event? Hey, can you do this? And I look at the email and I just toss it to the side. I mean, they've had some people come out that I'd like to hear speak, but I'm like, you know what? I can't go in there with this group of people. I really can't. Like, even though I agree
But why
with,
not? Explain why you can't.
the reason why I can't is because I am classical liberal. I am a John Stuart Mill, Wilhelm von Humboldt kind of guy. And I believe not like they do on a lot of things. Now, I can't go up in the Young Republicans thing talking about socialized medicine. Can't talk about that. I gotta go. Number two, can't go in there talking about term limits. Number three, can't go in there talking about and being anti-lobbyist, because they're gonna say, why don't you just go right on over to the other side with those group of people that do agree with those things? But I don't want to go over there with those people either. I don't want to be around woke people. Don't want to be around woke virtue signaling people. I don't have time for that. So I'm kind of stuck in the middle with really no home, and it sucks. So what do? You can't obviously be an independent in this country. Libertarians get no love. No love. Joe Jorgensen, she just wasted. I mean, that was a waste of votes. It was a waste of votes, in my opinion. But you know, hey, people vote their conscience. I know somebody at my job. This lady's in her 50s. This lady is just also happens to be Caucasian, and she wrote her name in on the ballot because she said she voted her conscience. I don't like either one of them, and she wrote her name in. She said, some people, my friends and family, told me it's a wasted vote, and I go,
George Jorgensen is the bane of the Republican Party right now.
of course. So again, why? All the more reason for there need to be a legitimate push. But again, you know who could lead that push with somebody like a Joe Jorgensen or Gary Johnson? That would have been Bernie.
Light. She's not good enough.
No. As I'm talking about a whole new independent party that could be actually established with people like that who are more willing to meet in the middle.
Bernie Sanders?
That's what I'm saying. If he was leader of the party, and then he had people like that funnel in, do you know how many progressives, how many people like me who are a center, I vacillate center right on some things and center left on some things. Like everything I'm talking about right now is completely center left. So when it comes to social policy, I lean more left. When it comes to economics, I definitely lean more to the right because I watch the market very aggressively and I know what the country needs to not do in order for the value of our dollar to stay where it is. But again, who's gonna listen to me? Somebody will. I would sincerely hope that we could have a third party. A third party would really shake things up, but unfortunately, it just is the way it is. So, what do? People in the chat, man? What do I do? I don't have a political home. Where do I go?
You come over to the left, and you keep them from going too far left.
It's too late.
I'm here.
You're here, but again, those people who are far left are far left. The stuff you and I are talking about is the same stuff. I mean, look at what we're talking about right now. We're talking about leftist things, and this algorithm is smart. But why do I have this gosh darn context box right here? Get this context box out of here.
It needs to go. It's not a disrespect to our ability or integrity. It's the fact that 2016 traumatized people, bro. The fact that information was allowed to run so freely with nobody saying what is facts and what is a lie. All they're saying is, here are the facts. Now, if they were saying that this stream needs to be taken down, like if they just shut our stuff down, we got beef. But remember, we don't own none of this. We are guests here.
Yeah, well, and that's unfortunate that you don't own your content that you voluntarily put up to YouTube. It's neither here nor there.
Oh, speaking of content, we got a sponsorship email about watches. I figured you would like that.
Yeah. And we could, you know what? And what we should do is raffle one off. What kind? What did we get a company?
It's a company. I don't want to put it. Ooh,
You can
is
just
Trump
text it to
speaking?
me.
Good God.
Votes ever for president in the president.
Hold on a
comes
second.
out.
I'm about to.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Trump
He
received
is
the second
speaking.
most. So
Hold on, I gotta
we
turn
have
this
to,
up.
Consider the
Dear God.
feelings and the opinions of those 70 million people who voted for Mr. Trump as well. Joe Biden's number one priority is to unite the country, I think, before turning to any single issue. And he's going to have enormous goodwill just by bringing this acrimonious process to an end.
Oh, I thought he just was going up. He's not talking.
Acrimonious about sums it up. I just want our
Did they
viewers
just
to be
put a
aware
clip up
that
of
when
him?
we're seeing that footage of the president, that's not in real time. That was him earlier.
Oh, that's not
speaking
in real time.
before,
They're saying
before
that wasn't in real
journalists there
time.
the Brady briefing room at the White
fake
House.
out.
But,
Oh boy, I got
General, the
excited.
president has been laying the
Nah.
foundation.
I mean, and
All
he's
right, I'ma
not doing
turn
it
it.
on the Saturday. I mean, well, he could, but I
He
doubt
should,
it.
if he did, it would just make things easier. It'd be ceremoniously okay.
Nah, I mean, because it doesn't matter if he got up and conceded, he'd still be a meme. He still. So I'm just like, why would I give you the satisfaction? I'm not.
It's not because for the first time in your life, it's not about the people. It's not about you, what other people think. It's just about you doing the right thing.
No, it's what people would like him to do, not necessarily the right thing. I wouldn't do it.
All right.
That's just me. I
All
would
right.
not do it.
So we got another thing queued up by my favorite, Bay number 2, AOC. You feel me? She has a speech going out to I don't know this black man's name, but we'll get it here in a second. Let me cue this up. Let's put on the tab real quick. And let's turn tabs on. Here's the video. So let's start watching from here. I got the volume.
America's not unique in its sins as a country. We're not unique in our evils, to be honest with you. I think where we may be singular is our refusal to acknowledge those and the legends and myths we tell about our inherent, goodness to hide and cover and conceal so that we can maintain a kind of willful ignorance that protects our innocence. See, the thing is that when the Tea Party was
Why
happening,
does this guy's face look familiar?
we were saying, pundits, oh, it's just about economic populism. It's not about race. When people knew, social scientists were already writing that what was driving the Tea Party were anxieties about demographic shifts.
Eddie Clark.
That the country was changing, that they were seeing these racially ambiguous babies on Cheerios commercials. That the country wasn't quite feeling like it was a white nation anymore. And people were screaming from the top of their lungs, yo, this is not just simply economic populism. This is the ugly underbelly of the country. See, the thing is this, and I'll say this and I'll take the hit on it. There are communities that have had to bear the brunt of America confronting, white Americans confronting the danger of their innocence. And it happens every generation. So somehow we have to kind of, oh my God, is this who we are? And just again, here's another generation of babies. Think about it, that 2-year-old had his bones broken by 2 parents trying to shield him from being killed. A woman who has been married to this man for as long as I've been on the planet almost, lost her husband. For what? And so what we know is that the country has been playing politics for a long time.
This man
on
is
this
hurt.
hatred. We know this.
This man is hurt.
So it's easy for us to place it all on Donald Trump's shoulders. It's easy for us to place Pittsburgh on his shoulders. It's easy for me to place Charlottesville on his shoulders. It's easy for us to place El Paso on his shoulders. This is us.
He's
And
hurt.
if we're going to get past this, we can't blame it on him. He's a manifestation of the ugliness that's in us. I've had the privilege of growing up in a tradition that didn't believe in the myths and the legends because we had to bear the brunt of them. Either we're going to change, Nicole, or we're going to do this again and again, and babies are going to have to grow up without mothers and fathers, uncles and aunts, friends, while we're trying to convince white folk to finally leave behind a history that will maybe, or embrace a history that might set them free from being white.
Stop tapping the
Finally.
table, boss.
This dude is feeling it.
He heated,
Feeling
bro.
it.
But he talking right though.
Damn. Did not expect to hear that from him. Let's go back to C-SPAN real quick. Thanks for sending that to me, Jason. That's top tier shit. I thought it was about
absolutely.
AOC. That's top tier shit.
All right, shout out to the doc, Legends and Myths. Would it elaborate on that?
In reference to what he was saying?
No. The doc put in the comments Legends and Myths. I just would want her to elaborate so we can get some context to that. Do you agree with the statement about the Legends and Myths, or you disagree? And why? Either way.
Right in George Jorgensen. Jess, did you vote for George Jorgensen?
No, he definitely didn't. Definitely did.
Can we talk about the ballad of George Jorgensen real quick?
Joe Jorgensen?
Yeah, that's her first name. Joe, and Jorgensen is her last name, I think.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the ballad of George Jorgensen real quick?
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's some Republicans that feel like she's took the votes away from Trump.
Oh, for sure,
like,
because
that's not true. It's not true.
You know where I put her? She's Republican light for sure.
Libertarian. It depends on which spectrum of libertarian. If you're like a Larry Elder libertarian, you're definitely on the right side. You're Republican light. But if you're more like Gary Johnson libertarian, you're probably moderate light.
So the reason why I call her Republican light is because she agrees with all Republican aspects and even keeping money in politics where it's like a boo. But she's just not Trump. She's a moderate Republican, but not Trump. And I feel like people who voted for her weren't Republicans or weren't Democrats. They were people who fell in the middle, who were literally saying to themselves, I'd rather write myself in than pick one of these two clowns. But they had a fortunate for her to be taking 1.4% of the Nevada votes, and trust to believe that's tied with the other candidate, which is none of these people. You gotta love the fact that 12,000 people voted for none of these people in Nevada. You have to love it. You have to.
I do love it, but I think people showed up en masse for this election because everybody understands, especially in the face of Corona. Oh damn it! I shouldn't have said it anyway. In the face of the bug, it is very, very difficult for people to maintain their quality of life, and very, very fortunate for Joseph Robinette Biden, the new president-elect. Very fortunate for him that the COVID happened, because if not, it would have probably been.
What? No one is grateful that COVID happened.
No, I'm not. You're missing what I'm saying.
Okay,
I'm saying it was this. What happened was serendipitous for President-elect Joseph Robinette Biden. Very, very, very serendipitous for him in particular. And the reason I say that is because had that not happened, had they kept pumping up the stock market, even though they're devaluing the dollar, that's another story for another time. You know that pumping up the stock market, it would have been record-breaking stock market. We have a super V recovery, like, the outgoing president was saying. Hold on. See what we're talking about.
Sorry to all the people on Facebook watching. It's only read-only right now. Facebook is experiencing, people are flooding Facebook right now, so they've taken away capacity. But I'm going to try and log on so I can at least be live with you guys in the chat from a distance.
But you see, these people are out and they are absolutely excited. I'm happy that these people are excited, but they better make sure that they have this same energy. That's all I'm saying, to keep pressure on these fools to do right by not just black folks, but by the entire country. That the entire country needs a few things. Now, I'm not with a UBI. I dang sure ain't for increasing the minimum wage. I don't even like minimum wage, but that's the right side of me talking. I really want to know what the plan is. Do these people just gonna think that life's gonna return to normal now that Trump's not here? I'm waiting for March or April. I'm waiting for the summer to see if people feel a sense of relief from.
It's an automatic sense of relief.
Yeah, they have it. They have it right now because of the hatred that at least more than half of this country has for Donald Trump. But again, going forward, they have to judge every single thing that this guy says and does just as harshly. Unfortunately, the media won't do that. So it's going to be up to people like me and Heero and the rest of the people on YouTube to be coming into the booth. Shout out to Jeremiah Barnes. Welcome. It's going to take
JB. He's part of the Male Book Club. Shout out to the book club.
Yeah, the spook who sat by the door. I think that's me. I'm pretty sure I'm the spook that sat by the door.
Based on the ending of that book, you and Freeman share some qualities, but Freeman's a leftist in my eyes. He's a radical leftist. I don't know if you would like Freeman as much as you think you would.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would for reasons that you understand. I'm very, very radical. I don't obviously put all of my views on YouTube because I can't. I mean, really, you know exactly what I want to do. Yeah. And you know exactly how I do it, but we cannot say that on YouTube because I have to have plausible deniability. We're just now getting
sponsorships, so we gotta use this to our benefit.
Oh yeah, for sure. And the thing is, you know why? Is because again, two black dudes on YouTube talking about politics I haven't seen it. I see most of the black dudes on YouTube, I see they're doing video reviews and talking about relationships and women and fitness. And
I noticed Alba and Preacher been quiet, but they said they would.
Yeah, shut the hell up. It's not your election. I don't want to hear what you got to say. I really don't. Yeah, because I'm not commenting on Trudeau. So, or whoever
his blackface.
Oh yeah, Kevin Trudeau can piss off. Kevin Trudeau is hey, Joe Biden. That's what you should aspire not to be. Don't listen, woke Joe. Don't turn woke into
Joe.
Trudeau.
New nickname, baby.
Woke Joe, not Trudeau. See, listen, man, we need to trademark that right now because they got Sleepy Joe.
Cannot trademark the president's nickname.
Woke Joe. No, it's a nickname. We can trademark a nickname. It's Woke Joe.
I'm trying to make do. Real quick, we got 5 people watching on YouTube.
Shout out.
Can you guys subscribe if you're not subscribed already? Can you share this? I appreciate it. Right now we have a total of 13 people watching. Once again, I apologize to the people on Facebook. Facebook is being swamped with information, so they've minimized some of the smaller channels capabilities, and we fall into that category. But Twitch, we're still going strong. I believe that's Octashoe, so thank you guys so much for doing that. Yeah. I'm looking for something else to queue up. I'm gonna go back to C-SPAN here. Do you think I'm really waiting on Joseph R. Biden to give his speech.
Say his whole name, Ribbonet.
Joseph Ribbonet Biden.
You believe his parents named him Ribbonet for a middle name?
Oh, people have such weird names.
They do. Joseph is a normal name. Joseph is a normal name.
Yeah, but the Ribbonet part.
Yeah, I was like, couldn't they name him like Richard or no? Robinette. Excuse me, I call him Ribbonet. It's Robinette.
Seems like every night, don't care who's wrong or right. I hope the end is sight. Slow it down and we can catch the vibe.